it's Greg here. In this video, we're going to remove the steering and front suspension from the frame. All right, I have rebuilt front and the rear suspension. It's got all new polyurethane bushings, new ball joints. I have new Ride-Tech stuff to put on it, so I will probably be selling these. Let's see, I'm probably gonna have to put a jack under here. We'll see if having that engine weight makes a difference when you're bringing it down. Definitely need it for compressing. But I think we should be fine bringing it down. We'll find out. This is as far down as it goes. All right, I hope this is showing up all right on the camera. Carter pin. What you can do is have a needle nose and then a hammer. Get the hammer. Like so. I think that's a 9/16. Not even close. That was not even close. It's that 11/16 stuff. Now the ball joints, I should mention the ball joints, I hope you can see this. There's a 1/2 inch or so gap right here, and that's to give you a better angle. You can actually get lower ball joints that are the similar setup. Just give you a little better geometry on that. So I found my old ones. So what happens, this is tapered. Right here, it's tapered, both ends. And when you torque it, it gets really, really tight and does not want to come off for a reason. Hopefully your hammer doesn't do that. There it goes. Just hammer on it. Oh! Oh, man, that hurt. Oh. 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 Freaking corner of the quarter panel that sticks out. Ah, the pool noodle did nothing. Oh man, right there. Ah, it hurt. Oh, wish I had a hat on now. I don't see any blood, but boy, it feels like the skin is cut. All right, so I got this other side off. Let me go ahead and take that one off. I don't know where I put the hammer. Where is the hammer? All right, I am losing patience here. It's just taking way longer than it should. Really? Okay, fine. That one just dropped, okay. Now we got some bolts over here. Bolts, nuts. It's like 9/16. .9/16. These, pretty sure, go into a bolt that'll free spin on this from the other side. They do. Come on. All right. That's not long enough. All right, somewhere in there. Come on. There we go. Okay. There. Now we got the steering out. Okay, there's a washer. I need a magnet. Let me pull those out. Steering is out. Still got steering box, pitman arm. Okay. Put those like so. So I remember where they go. Okay, that piece is out. So I backed the nut on the top of the shock out a little bit. And that has actually lowered it. I have a jack under here. A couple tires there just to try to get a little bit of weight. An engine would be nice. That's gonna be a fun one. Here, ow. Fingernail back, thumbnail back. All right, when you put these in, line it up so that they're going across like that one, not like that one. Surprised I did that. Can I get this in there? Can't believe I did that. All right. (11/16) No. 3/4. Yep. These might be tight. There's a torque on these, and I don't want to take these all the way off on the off chance that it does come loose and the spring flies. All right, is that also? So that's even bigger. Okay, it is a 7/8. Well, I have one somewhere. Let's see if this will work. Back these out so that they're pretty much right at the top of the bolt. They got enough threads to hold. Because now we got to get these to break loose. Now they should not, when they break loose, they should just pop and, can you see? All right. So when these pop loose, the nut will catch them and it should not allow the spring. Of course, the shock is still in there, which may or may not be the best idea. Okay. I'm going to try to tap these free. Went one. Don't bust your head again. That one's popped. This one is not. There it went. Okay. All right. So we got the bolts out of it, and it's held up like so, because the shock goes in from the bottom. Now that reminds me, that reminds me of something else I did. I had the jack underneath here, and when you go to do this, the shock has to be able to come out, otherwise the spring won't come out. So the jack cannot be under it. I remember doing that last time, and I think what I need to do is put it like right here. And not hit the little nipple for the grease fitting. Shock's out. At least part way. Alright, I've got a chain. So shock out. Chain is here. A little loose. But it'll hold it. If it decides to come out, it's going to hold it, keep it from going too far. If if you had weight on it, see what's going to happen is when I back these out, it's going to separate, and because there's no weight, this is going to go up. I don't expect the spring to come out necessarily. It's not that strong of a spring, but it potentially could, and that's why this is here. The jack underneath the bottom one is so that ideally when you pop this loose, you can lower the lower A arm and just pull the spring out. But again, there's no weight on it, so and the bottom is what will come out. All right, and another little trick. Sorry, you won't be able to see it. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing with the wrench though. The wrench I'm doing from back here so that when it comes out, be honest, it could come forward even. All right. I can't. This would be a lot safer. It had weight. All right, I think really should have did the other direction. I think it's going to want to come out the front, not the back. So when this gives, it's going to give, potentially. Come on. There. Okay. That was quite uneventful. Makes me happy. These things are heavy. Ooh. All right. Now we're not out of the woods yet. Needless to say, there's not that much pressure. That spring is not that, it's just a small block, a worn small block spring. Should have had it a little higher. Okay, I'm gonna have to lift the frame up so I can let it open enough to pull the spring out. Okay, just enough to hold it. And I suppose I should the chain is keeping it in place. All right, springs out. Next, guess we'll take these off. Top control arm's easy. 11/16. If you have shims and you're going to reuse your control arms and stuff, keep track of where they were and the size. Okay, so the lowers, bolts that go through, just pull the bolts out. So to get these out, just 3/4. All right, I already broke these loose. Well, okay, these are I really don't want to do that with this. Okay. This is one of those lock nuts, but it's got to be the wrong size or something, because it absolutely destroyed the threads and it was loose. That is not what I want to find. And the other one under here. Same size. This one was not exactly tight. Huh. Bolts. See the threads? It's like they were destroyed. Okay. Now this one is a little harder to get out usually. I'm not real happy with my... This frame doesn't actually weigh that much. All right, come on. There we go. I'll probably sell those because I got the ride tech. Boy, I'm glad I... Okay, got a few little odds and ends to pull off. The brake. Let me show you. It's right here where it holds the brake line. Is that 9/16? All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this bracket. That's where the brake line comes in. And that just threads into the frame itself. Steering box. Three 5/8. Helps if you put them in the right direction. And these will probably be in tight. I am not reusing this steering box. I am going to use a steering box, just not this one. I'm going to use a close ratio. A little rusty. Now I have the blanket to catch it, like so. Now, nothing leaked. I will need to get the pitman arm off at some point. I'm assuming the new one won't come with one. So these stock bump stops, probably gonna need new ones. So that's how they go. They just push in. Huh. Not sure what that... There's your brake line. Now you have a parking brake cable, comes in like here. I'm not sure what that is. What is that? If you know, let me know in the comments. Because I it just screws into the frame, threaded into the frame. It was on and unused. There's no, it's just dirty. So I'm not sure, I don't know what to label that one. But I definitely need to label this stuff. Motor mounts. So they are 9/16 and they bolt through the frame. There is a nut on the other side. They're a pain to get to. Be aware, you always want these on first and off last. But I think I'm going to pull those off when I get the frame on its side, maybe, so I don't have to reach up. And this one had this, wasn't used. It's to hold something, fuel line or something. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this other front apart because I still got all the back way behind what I was hoping. All right, I think we're going to call it here. Good time to break. Front end is all apart on the frame. Next week we'll do the rear suspension, get that taken care of. So the verse of the video, Proverbs 9 verses 7 through 9. He who corrects a scoffer gets dishonor for himself, and he who reproves a wicked man gets insults for himself. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. You ever try to help somebody out? Tell them how to do something or correct them in some way, and they get all defensive and start calling you names and basically, you know, want you gone? Yeah, hate you. Well, what's the opposite of that, of the wicked scoffer? The wise man. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will still be wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase his learning. That's right. What's the difference between these? Well, it's pride. It's pride. A wise man knows when to swallow his pride and know, hey, I am wrong. How do I actually do this? Or, you know, teach me. And they will love you for teaching them, because they're not letting their pride get in their way. Whereas that evil scoffer, they're so full of pride, they don't want to hear it. No, I know best. I know best. Yeah, unfortunately, no, you don't. So anyway, all right. So I hope this was helpful. If so, please like, subscribe, comment, and God bless.